into the game, I'm going to be playing Eve jungle and try the new AP items on her. In this matchup, we're currently up against Jace, and in an Eve versus Jace, this is a bit of an advantage for Jace since he has better team fighting and poke than us. He can also build Edge of Night to counteract the burst that we can do. Usually I'd put a control ward in the solo bush, but since Zed was there, I waited for him to go away, and unfortunately, me and Fizz placed our control ward at the exact same time, so I just gave the last hit gold to Fizz so that he would have an XP advantage. The clear that I'm doing is a blue side clear into most likely a full clear because when you play Eve jungle, your number one priority is to get level 5 as soon as possible. As I was saying earlier, even though Jace has better team fighting than us, we specialize on taking down squishy targets and going for a more skirmish heavy play, wherein we always look for those that are out of position. Eve jungle is one of the fastest initial clears in the game, and that is why you want to abuse her speedy clear since she would be able to clear all camps before the 2-minute mark. I think the best would be about 150, and it would even give you time to full clear your whole jungle and not reach level 5 at the same time. When jungling with Eve, there's not much that you can do. Just use your first skill whenever available, and always use your third skill in between auto attacks to maximize your clear. Mid lane, there's a gank, but we can't do much since our objective is just to farm. And luckily, Fizz is able to get a 1-for-1 trade, so that is the best case scenario for us. I see that Teemo is really low, but the problem here is that Sion has no priority, and with Jace showing up in the bot spot, I have no choice but to give it, especially since I have no smite. All I did was poke the Jace a bit, get some first strike gold, 39, and then go back to buy my items. Here I buy Boots of Mana, since this will increase my move speed as well as my damage, giving me also magic penetration, making me a lot deadlier once I reach my level 5. Since Jace showed up bot, most likely he's clearing his bot side camps, and this should give me free scut, and I should still have access to my ultimate pretty easily. After this, I don't see anyone fighting in the map, so I just decide to go home. I actually make a mistake. I should have went for the Mejais second item. I auto-bought the Ring of Revelation because it was something new. But it's fine. We can use it to build Lich Bane later on. When you reach level 5 on Eve, the first thing that you want to do is look for ganks, especially if your camps are not up. Seeing that my camps are still respawning, I look for some control wards, but as soon as a control ward is there, I just remove it, go back, and then I look for the Mejais, and this is the first major item that you should complete so that you could stack this as soon as possible. With my camps up, I can finally clear again, but the problem in this game is that there's no clear lane that I can gank. Zeri Janna, quite passive. Mid lane, it's quite volatile, but I would need perfect timing to be able to gank the Zed. Bot lane is probably the easiest lane to gank, but with Teemo pushed under the tower, it's also hard to make a play there. So with all of the lanes being hard to gank, I just go back to my camps and farm my creeps. So this is option 2, just in case there's no possible lane to go for, since Eve jungle clear is still quite fast overall, and it even goes faster the more items you get. Mid lane dies, Jace does a good gank, but in exchange, Sion able to get a solo kill onto Teemo, which is really good. And here, I saw Jace going at the bot side, so after clearing the Raptors, I immediately go bot side to help the Sion. Hopefully, he can buy enough time. He has his second skill. And once I'm here, I immediately proc the second skill, wait for it to proc, and then even though the tower is able to hit me, we're able to take down the Jace and burn his flash at the same time. Teemo Shroom randomly appears, and luckily, it's only one, and we're able to live. And with this back, we're able to buy our Mejais Soul Stealer, which is one of the core items that we need, and we need to stack this as soon as possible. Our duo lane doing pretty well. They're able to get a double kill, and things are looking good for our laners. Sion solo kill, topside solo kill. The only lane that's having a hard time is probably this Fizz because he just keeps getting ganked since they are both melee. With the objectives coming up, I think about going for the dragon, but our duo lane recalled a bit too late, so this is not gonna be favorable for us. So we will go for the trade, which is okay since Eve needs a lot of money so that she can get her major items faster. And once you get your major items, you should be able to one-shot almost everyone in this game since they don't have a front line. After getting Herald, I look to see if I can gank bot side, but seeing that the Zed is playing very greedy, I wait for him to go back on his ultimate, and once he goes back, engage third skill, first skill, and what I'm doing right now is waiting for my ulti to come up, go around the tower. As soon as it goes up, flash in, third skill, ultimate, and pretty clean. We take down the Zed, summon the Herald at the mid lane, and we should be getting the first tower. The only bad thing that happened here is that we gave Dragon, but it's fine since not only do we get Tower Gold, we're finally able to start stacking our Mejais, which gives 3 stacks if you're melee and you get the kill, and 2 stacks if you get an assist. With my ultimate down, you don't want to forget to farm your camps, and this is gonna be very important as well because as much as possible, you'd always want to have ulti or flash at the team fights so that you don't get bursted. With this Mejais item, it's very crucial that you don't lose it, and this should be your number 1 priority. Lich Bane is now up, and this should give me even a bigger burst, allowing me to stack my Mejais even faster. Fizz gets a solo kill at the bot side, and things are looking great for us for now. With my ultimate still on cooldown, and with no camps left, I look to see if I go for the bot side, but seeing that Fizz just killed the Zed, good timing that Jace is playing a bit greedy, wait for him to commit, and here, even though he flashes, nice stun by the Sion, we're able to follow up with our charm and use our third skill to last hit the Jace. We're able to stack our Mejais yet again. Teemo playing very greedy, looking to kill the Sion, but he's just so tanky with the second skill, and we go for another punish. Meanwhile, our duo lane is able to get a kill on the top side, and things are really looking good since our carries are able to scale. Zeri is now 3-0, getting a tower, and our Fizz getting some kills, plus we're also getting our Mejai stacks. The first objective when getting Mejais is to get 10 stacks so that you would get the additional move speed. Janna overextends a bit, dies to the Zed, which is a bit unfortunate, but it should be fine as long as our carries are still alive. Seeing that Jace is at the bot side, looking to go for the Fizz, we immediately go there. Nice ultimate so we can go for the follow-up. Teemo Shroom slowing us a bit, but it shouldn't matter. We get another kill. Teemo's out of position. Last hit with the ultimate, 858 crit. And not only do we get double kill, we're now at 15 stacks, and we now have the additional move speed of the Mejais. Really good synergy with Eve since we're a roaming champion. With additional move speed, this makes us a lot scarier to play against. At this point, we also get more AP, and this is the time where we should be one-shotting their carries if they don't have any magic resist. What I'm doing now is just farming my camps while waiting for my ulti to go up yet again. And after clearing the Gromp, we check to see if there's any lane, but seeing that there's no one showing up, we just proceed to our Raptors while waiting for our ultimate to go off cooldown. We don't need to be in a rush since Eve is still an effective champion even though she doesn't gank anyone since her clear is quite fast. We get the blue buff which is now on, and there's a smite measure in this patch where if the monster goes below the threshold, then it means that you could just auto smite and get the last hit. Sion plays a bit greedy. We poke the Saya. Nice reaction. Immediately using the ultimate, dodging our own ulti, but it's fine since we are able to burn Saya's ulti, get the Scuttler, and with this, our Rabadons is now up pretty fast. 9 minutes, 9k gold, 1k GPM, and this is gonna be the more fun part when playing Eve. The only thing that I need to worry about is becoming too greedy, and the last thing that I want to happen is to lose my stacks. With the dragon up, I see that Zed Yumi is at the bot side, so this should be free unless their jungle is able to get a steal. Having a 3v5 with my teammates zoning the opponents, we're able to get the dragon. Ice Dragon is pretty good. Unfortunately, our Fizz dies, but it's fine. 1-for-1 trade. Zed gets some bounty gold at the bottom side, and I think overall, that's a good plan by the opponents looking to get gold elsewhere. So at least they're able to get a trade instead of going for an all-in in the dragon. With this, Protobelt is now up, and this is a really good item on Eve because we don't have to rely on our flash to catch the enemy off guard. What we can do is Charm and then Protobelt. This can also remove the Crown Guard and the Edge of Night if they have. Sion dies mid, very unfortunate. And here, since we have all of our spells up, we look to see if we can catch anyone off guard. Zed Yumi is quite hard to catch since it's a 2-in-1 champion. Zed has a lot of skills to dodge me. And the best laners to go for is most probably the Saya, who's at the top side, and the Teemo, who's at the mid. Fizz and Saya both fighting, gets exhausted, and our Fizz actually loses to the ADC 1v1, and the opponents are slowly being able to grind their gold back, and as you can see, there's no more bounty, which means that our gold is almost even. What I'm doing now is I'm waiting for my level 13. Here, Jace goes for the face check. First skill, third skill, ultimate. I thought it was enough damage, but I have my Protobelt to go back in, and here we secure the kill. I used my flash for safety, and with the blue buff up, we just want to take this so that this would decrease our cooldowns as well as give us more gold. Zed sees us with a Scrying Orb, very good punish, and this is the punish when you go for the Mejais Soul Stealer. Good play by the Zed with the Yumi, knowing that I have no more escape abilities. They see me in the Scrying and immediately go for the punish. And from 18 stacks, now I'm down to 8 stacks, which is really bad since I lose my AP as well as my bonus move speed. And that is the downside of going Mejais Soul Stealer on Eve. So I have to take into account what they can do so that they can take me down. Zed is still trying to push top. I think he's just gonna split push the whole game with Yumi. Quite hard to catch. So what I want to do is try to get my stacks back by ganking the other members of their team. My ultimate is almost ready. And here we can probably look for another catch so that we can get our Mejai stacks back. We clear our camps while waiting for our flash to go up because that's another crucial spell that we want to use during team fights. We're still at 1k GPM, so even though we lose some stacks, we're still in a very good position. Mid lane, Fizz dies, but I'm here getting the last hit with Protobelt. At least we get our stacks back, and with 11 stacks, we have our movement speed. With their jungle down, we try to take this Baron. We can speedrun this, but with Zed showing at the backside, luckily he goes for the Janna. Even though he's trying to kite, we're still focusing this Baron since they don't have a jungle right now. Luckily, they didn't go for a full contest and we're able to get this almost for free. The opponents are able to trade 2 towers mid side, but it's fine because this Baron buff allows us to get their towers as well. Zed out of position, but he's quite fast, especially with the Yumi, so we have no business of trying to catch him. And I think, in my opinion, this is one of the most broken items right now, this Shattered Crown, and it's very annoying to play against this item, especially if you're an assassin, since it's like a Banshee's Veil that gives you a lot of defensive capabilities. So with this item, Zed wouldn't be able to burst me. We can also negate the Jace burst if possible, as long as we have this shield. It also works the other way, wherein it's hard for us to burst someone if they have the shield active. We go around, try to catch someone off guard, overkill onto the Jace. I thought he would be able to flash. I played it safe, used my ulti to secure the kill, and with their jungle gone yet again, we can just take this dragon. I see Saya pushing at the top side. I decide to go for her instead, and look at the damage that I'm dealing. We just burst the Saya. We don't even need our charm. We don't even need our ultimate, and with that, we get even more stacks on our Mejais, 17 stacks. Zed though is doing a lot for his team, getting pickoffs onto our support, and with their jungle still down, I just want to focus this dragon. Seeing that the Zed is picking us off one by one, Zeri doing a good job taking down the Teemo, and with my passive, I'm able to get a bit of HP back, and we could probably try to kill this Zed. Yup, he's already BMing, super confident. Second skill, for the ready, I have my full combo up, and wow, he's TPing me again, and that's where he gets punished. He's too greedy, not respecting my damage. Even with the Yuumi, we're able to burst him as long as we get the charm off. Sion is trying to buy time, and look at the crown! Look how tanky I am! Jay is not able to burst me. If I got any other item, I would have died. And that's how strong this item is. It just negates any possible burst and is perfect for Eve. A fight is still happening on mid. Sion is not dying anytime soon. We go in the sideways. We take down the Saya. Nice ultimate by the Janna. We wait for our crown to go up once again. And once it's up, we should be able to negate the next possible burst. What I'm doing right now is waiting for my ulti to come up. 5 seconds. And we try to catch someone again. But with the scrying orb, seeing my position, it's gonna be risky. And since I have a lot of Mejai stacks, this is something that I don't want to lose. By the way, in wildrift, max stacks of Mejais is 30, not 25. So we have even more potential of getting more AP out of this item. With all that's happened, you know what? I just want to chill a bit, get blue buff, lower the cooldowns, and with this, the last item that I went here is the Awakened Soul Stealer, because in my mind, I would want to decrease the cooldown of my ultimate so that I could spam it a lot during extended team fights. You could also go for the Infinity Orb, but it's up to you on what you want to go for. Zed is able to force my ultimate. I thought I would be able to burst him. Good play on his side. Unfortunately, our Fizz dies, which is not good because Baron is now up and there's a possibility that they could start this, especially since I have no ultimate and no flash. So it's very risky for me to even go for a face check due to my Mejais. But luckily, I see Saya topside, and that means that they're not starting the Baron. But with Sion being too greedy, he gets out of position. But even without our ultimate, look at our damage! We're able to burst them pretty well. And with their Jace going away, our ultimate is now up. I have Proto Belt, burst down the Saya, look for a possible target to go for. My ultimate is still up. A lot of control wards, so they should know my position. And with my Crown Guard up again, I should be able to try to negate Zed's burst. However, he has Proto Belt and he immediately goes for the ultimate. I thought he would ulti someone else and we immediately get punished, especially since there's a Yuumi. But my damage though, I almost take him down. I buy enough time for my teammates to arrive and we get more kills. Yuumi also dies finally, and with my teammates, they're able to clean up. So this is one of the few instances where losing Mejai stacks is worth, because we're able to get an ace, and with this ace, we should be able to secure Elder Dragon, and with Elder Dragon, it's gonna be pretty easy to also take the Baron buff. With the Elder taken, my only problem is that I'm item locked and I don't have anything else to buy. Probably change my Mejais once I lose all of the stacks, but for now, I will just keep it since this gives me insane damage. After respawning, Baron is definitely the next target that we want to get. And we still want to get that juicy 30 Mejai stacks, and look at our AP. I think I checked my AP a while ago and it's currently at 900. So what if I have 30 stacks plus Gathering Storm? This could probably give me almost 1 or if not 1k AP. A lot of control wards. I'm scared to the ward because there's no vision, and the last thing that I want to happen is to be caught out of position. Zed is doing a good job pushing mid. Just in case we start the Baron, then they could probably go for an end. And what's happening right now is Teemo with the face check and my Crown Guard allowing me to tank so much damage. But actually, it also worked the other way, wherein I'm not able to burst Teemo since I think he also has the Crown Guard item. So in the end, we just traded damage, and with Baron up, their Zed shows up at the top side. At this point, with them split pushing, we have no choice but to flip this objective. Luckily, we're able to take it down with the third skill plus Smite, and with the empowered Baron Recall plus Elder Dragon, we get an easy kill on their jungle. And with Zed going for the Fizz, good stasis, and look at the damage that I do here. Protabelt, third skill, first skill, even with Mo, we just take him down, and Yumi, the only one there, we take her down as well, and our Sion just goes bot and end the game. Saya can't do anything much, actually kill the Sion, but he still has his zombie form, and he just ends the game right there. If we look at my AP, I actually reached 1080 AP, which is probably the highest AP that I've gotten so far, especially since I don't play Veigar. 88% on Eve, not bad. We got MVP. Props to our teammates for being able to hold and buy time for me to burst people. Look at the damage that I just dealt. 34k, 21k gold, even more than 1k GPM. And what's good about this patch is that it shows the rune damage. Looking at my gold, 1.5k gold just on first strike, 2.3k gold sudden impact, mark of the week, a bit underwhelming, but yeah, the new AP items are legit, especially the crown. I think that item is broken. Mejais is still a 50-50, it's quite hard to stack, but with that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, ciao ciao.